One project we did in Seattle together with Waste Management, Qualcomm, Sprint, and the Architectural League in New York was exploring the end location of our day-to-day waste. So think about trash. It's becoming a bigger and bigger problem, but if you take a look at supply chain, we've had a tremendous improvement in how we manage supply chains over the past 3 decades. If you take apart an ordinary computer today, you can, just by scanning the objects inside, the different components, get a beautiful picture of the different processes that needed to synchronize in order for this machine to be put together. Usually it involves multiple countries. All this has been made efficient over the past 3 decades, but when we throw something away, we have some sort of a belief that it's taken care of all right, but in fact we don't have nearly as much understanding about the, let's call it, removal chain as we do about the supply chain. So what we wanted to do is actually find out where our objects really go. So we developed a little chip, something that's basically a stripped-down cell phone that you can staple to garbage, and then we'll tell you anywhere in the world where it is for a whole year on a single charge. So we invited 500 households to collect waste based on a special list that we developed with a recycling expert here at MIT. And then we went to these people's homes and helped them staple or attach these tags to their waste and asked them to throw it away as if we were never there. As soon as people threw their waste away, they started beaming their location. Almost every half an hour we got a location report from an item of waste as it moves and makes its way toward its final destination. Now think about this, it's interesting for multiple ways. One is that once all these objects have reached their final destination, we found some things that were not obvious. For example, you can see how far some types of waste travel. You can see which things end where in terms of the type of process at the end of their life. Recycling, whether they get buried in the ground, whether they get incinerated, and there are many other processes in the waste removal system. But also think about what happens when you give this information back to the ordinary citizen. What happens when you know where this item that you threw away, say a plastic bottle, ends. So it in some way implies greater awareness, or it has a potential for increased awareness to the everyday citizen, so we can take better responsibility for our action.